Welcome back to another episode of Diaries of a Working Couple. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Chris.
And the Emmy Award was not actually named after a person, but it was named after the Image Orthicon tube, which is something that was state of the art back when the Emmy Awards first started.
Can you repeat what that was again?
So it's named for an Image Orthicon tube.
Image
Orthicon.
Orthicon. Orthicon tube. And
Yes.
what is an Image Orthicon tube?
It's some sort of circuitry that was used in television in the 40s, late 40s.
Is that why they called it tube TV?
I don't know.
And
honestly.
they call it the tube?
The tube. Yes, that is why it's called the tube. But I don't know it. TV is television.
Yeah.
So, but the fun thing about that is, do you know when the first Emmy Awards was?
Well, you said that this technology was in the 40s?
Mm-hmm. This is something else I just find interesting.
Is it in the 40s?
It is in the 40s.
43.
No.
Dang it.
Late 40s.
47.
49.
Darn it.
But it was January 25th, 1949.
No way, really? That's
January
exciting.
25th, 1949, and there were only 6 awards given out.
That's cool. I have an Emmy.
I know, which is why I thought you would find that interesting.
Yeah, for any of you guys listening, which, is around 10 people or 15 or
And
20 people.
If they don't know this
If
already,
you don't
I'm
know
surprised.
I have an Emmy because I'm that cool. But I seriously have an Emmy certificate from the Emmy Association claiming that I was part of an Emmy.
I like how you say it's claiming you were part of an Emmy because you did work on it. So it's not like you saying that they're claiming it like it's not actually true.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's just it would have been sweet to have a trophy.
Yeah, but at that point in time, you were not at a...
I was not at a high enough level in the company, and I'm still not. But they only hand out up to 5 trophies for one award. So there's just no way I'll ever be, at a position where I would be able to get one. But
well, not with that attitude.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to get an Emmy.
You are going to get a statue Emmy.
Yes.
Because you already have an Emmy.
I am 1/4 of the way there to an EGOT.
You are.
Yep. Not a lot of people can say that.
Which one's going to be next? I would be very impressed if you got a Tony next.
I was going to say, is there a technology Grammy?
I have no idea. I'm not the person to ask.
I don't think so. I think that this is the only one that I can get. They might have technology things for are the Oscars movies?
I think so.
Yeah, so I'm sure movie technology, something that I'm not going to work on, but maybe in the future, you never know.
Well, that's why I'm saying I'd be very impressed if
maybe
you got something for the Tonys, which is Broadway, because New York is very close to us.
Maybe I will make a career decision.
And we'll move out to California.
Based on where can I get the next stage of my EGOT. What if my whole career path is just choosing which company to go to that I can work on technology for the specific award that I'm targeting?
That would be really cool.
Once I get that award, boom, start looking for a new company.
I'm wondering if there are branches out in California of your company that would be able to help you, that are working with other brands or something that would...
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. But anyway, welcome.
Yes. That was a fun tangent. Chris dragged me to go disc golfing today, so we did disc golf. We played Ripped Revenge.
Yes.
Which was a lot of fun.
Very fun. And Jamie got to meet one of the friends that I played disc golf with.
Yep.
And he did not bring one of his kiddos. I was a little bit hoping that he would have brought his little son who throws a tiny disc, and it's adorable, but
it's okay.
He did not.
It's okay because we spent long enough waiting for me to catch up with them. I don't think
You guys would have been pretty competitive.
Me and the 8-year-old.
Yes, but like Ben puts him so like very close to the basket, but still like, he usually shoots like a bogey.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty on par with me.
Anyway, today we are doing another advice from a working couple episode, which is kind of relationship advice / we're just reading other people's situations off of like Reddit and Facebook groups that we think are interesting, and just talking about what our opinions are. Maybe we agree with the people that are commenting on these situations. Maybe we don't. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I would actually like to open this.
Okay.
It is not a... It's not an am I the asshole? It's not a relationship advice. It's just something I wanted to comment on. I saw it on Facebook.
Okay.
And it is a flyer or a posting in a workplace that was to all employees. Dear employees, we have a long-term employee of 17 years from our dietary department who has been in the hospital and rehab for several months. She has exhausted all of her PTO days and her benefits are running out. As you can imagine, this has been quite a drain on her family's income. If anyone would like to donate one or more of their PTO, please let the VP of Financial Services know in writing of your intent. Thank you for your consideration.
That's very funny. That's so funny. Like, the company who could just give her a few extra PTO days
is choosing not to. She has been there for 17 years, and they're like, yeah, that's just not enough dedication. So go ahead. Let's see if your coworkers will help you out.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking the little guy to donate,
the minimal
the
that
little
they already
slice
have.
that they already have to help somebody else when, like, yeah, that's
like,
just...
Like, that blows my mind. Like...
Yeah, but no, like, any bigger company, like, if that was a bigger company, like, you used to work at CVS, they could care less if you went off and died. I mean, they really don't care. They'll just replace you with somebody within a few hours, probably.
Literally.
So, I get it. I mean, I understand. Like, that is a total big company move.
That's just... It's absolutely appalling to me that there is no humanity left in a lot of these large companies. They're more about the bottom dollar than taking care of their employees. And I'm not saying it's across the board, but I've seen it with different companies that my friends have worked for and everything. And it's just, it's sad. Yeah. It is very sad to see the lack of humanity and the lack of compassion that some people have.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, like, I can see why a company wouldn't be flexible with that, because then there's certain people that will try and take advantage of it.
I can see that.
And, like, from a legal standpoint, it's hard to say, like, yeah, this person can have this case, but this person can't. Like, even though if somebody's faking a situation or something to try and take advantage of these rules, legally, like, it looks like they're giving one person opportunities, that they can't give the other person, or that they don't want to give the other person. I don't know. It's hard. I mean, I think that, like, if we went back to, like, when my parents and your parents were, like, back in their prime of their careers, like when they were like 20 and 30, it was probably a little different because there weren't as many lawsuits and other bullshit going on.
That is true. That is true. But I mean, I don't know.
I get it.
That she's been with the company for 17 years. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hearing that she's been with the company for 17 years and they're asking her coworkers, oh, can you donate your PTO because her benefits and her everything is just kind of running out?
I understand. Once again, devil's advocate. Yeah. Like, if you go off and give her an extra week of vacation, to help deal with her family situation, it's like,
but she's the one.
Other employees, even though some employees would be like, yeah, she is going through a hard time, I think that she deserves an extra week off or whatever. There are going to be some employees who are going to complain and be like, why does this person, like, I understand everybody has troubles with their life. Why does this person get extra PTO? Now, the company could go off and say, like, all right, well, if you worked here for 15 years, you get an extra week of PTO.
Yeah,
And
extra
then,
week
like,
of PTO, or like, I'm wondering if she's like not eligible for like short-term disability or something like that, because if you're in the hospital and have to go through rehab, that's not just because
I don't know, is rehab, so is it, what kind of, is it physical rehab
it doesn't
or
say,
addiction or something like
so
that?
it doesn't say. If I had to guess, and I mean, so at work we help a lot of older patients, so when they're in rehab, a lot of times it's PT or something like that, where they're like in rehab, but they're there because they have like need severe help with like walking or relearning how to do whatever because of either a stroke or a TIA, or they fell and broke something and they couldn't move for a long time, so their muscles atrophied. So it's like, it's stuff like that. So that's where my mind goes. Now I can't say that's exactly what's going on, but sorry.
It's okay. You sound a lot louder now.
Hi.
You were probably talking very softly for the first
Sorry, guys.
little bit.
But yeah, so that's where my mind goes. I can't say that's exactly what it is, but I don't know. I feel like it coming from your bosses just kind of, it sounds icky.
It really depends how big the company is, right? It really just does.
Yes, I know, and it does. However, even if it is a small company, like, I feel like being like, hey guys, like, this is what's going on with Tino. We should probably, like, why don't we do X, Y, and Z? Or like, doesn't, like, when your dad was out of work, didn't they have like a fund or something that like
they did, but that's a union thing that the union set up for their employees.
But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like just posting this up and saying, hey, please donate this, like, it didn't seem like it was like a, hey guys, like,
I think that, my dad's situation is almost exactly like that, except instead of the company saying, you guys, if you guys want to do this, you should do it, but it's the union internally. They have a situation where if somebody's out of work, due to disability or something like that, then they collect money from everybody else that's actively working in the union to help, with medical, and, I think on disability you only get a certain percentage of your salary, so it's trying to make up for that. So, like, my dad's paid into that over the years.
right.
And then it helped him, but some guys never get that benefit, and they're just,
Can you opt into that benefit, or is that something that,
I don't know. It's something you would have to ask my dad, but like,
I'm just curious because, like,
I don't think it's a lot of money. Like,
well, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like,
but it adds up, because you have so many people contributing
It
a little
does.
slice.
yeah, it
Well,
does
at that
add up,
company, if everybody contributed a day or, half a day of PTO, it might give that lady, a month or two of PTO.
yeah,
It's kind of the same situation, but
it is.
one's money and one's PTO.
I mean, either way, to me, it just seems, I really don't have a better word for it, but it just seems icky that an employer is asking you to do this versus
Yeah.
like I don't know a lot about union and all that kind of stuff, but like, rather than being like a group that you joined and you are volunteering, be like, yeah, I think this is a good idea, let's do this, instead of being like, hey guys, yeah, we could help out, but we're not going to, so if you want to donate PTO.
It's sad, but like, I totally get it. It's sad, but I could just see, like, that's,
And I understand, like, I
definitely
understand like the legal aspect and that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know. After being worked to the bone and telling my previous bosses that I was absolutely depressed out of my mind, and I was blatant with them that I hate coming to work, I hate my job, Like, I absolutely abhor getting up in the morning just to, like, come in and get cursed at and everything. I told them flat out, and it took them 3 months to even say anything to me about it, because they're like, oh, you do other things for fun. I'm like, no, I'm exhausted when I leave here. I cry on my way home. I get home, I sleep, I get up, I repeat. On my days off, I'm busy like sleeping and trying to catch up with like housework because I'm so exhausted all the other times that I can't do anything. It took them 3 months until I was blatantly like, I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated. I don't have enough staff. I can't do this. That one of my bosses pulled me aside and they're like, are you okay? I feel like this job might be taking a toll on your mental health. I'm like, literally me telling you I'm ready to play in traffic 3 months ago didn't tell you this. But now me saying I hate my job and telling my technicians, like, if they want to go find a job somewhere else that's less toxic and less abusive, that I'm all there for it. And now they're like, ooh, are you okay? I'm like triggered by seeing like BS like this.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating to me because I've seen a lot of time. I know, Bubba. I agree. She's sitting here whining.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's why I saw this and I was like, this makes me very angry because I know a lot of large companies that will do that and not bat an eye.
I get it. I get it.
All right. That was my first contribution. Go ahead, babe. Yo up.
Okay. Here's one that I thought you would like. This one is submitted to the subreddit Am I an Asshole? Or Am I the Asshole? Posted by Bridezilla XOXO.
Oh, I love Bridezillas.
Am I the asshole for kicking out one of my bridesmaids from showing up in the wrong dress? My 24 female wedding was back on Saturday, December 31st, and I'm still getting backlash from this, so I wanted to know if it was an asshole move. In the country I live in, it's currently winter, and we get a fair amount of snow, so my wedding was a winter-themed wedding. The color theme was forest green and gold.
Oh, that sounds pretty.
That's
it
funny.
does.
That's funny because I think she said that. Anyway, my dress was obviously white, and I chose the color of my bridesmaid dresses to be forest green as well. My maid of honor's dress was black, and everyone was to wear gold accessories. Yo, can we? I'm sorry, I had to pause because Lava is literally digging in a blanket and hitting the table that all of our mics and everything are mounted to. So the whole time I was saying that, the whole mic was shaking in my hand. And now Jamie's kicking around the mic. I mean, holy crap! It's like we should restart here.
No.
Anyway, so the bridesmaids' dresses were forest green. Maid of honor's dress was black. Everyone was to wear gold accessories. I have this friend, we call her Kat, and I asked her to be one of my bridesmaids. When we went dress shopping, I told them the color theme I was going for. Kat immediately expressed that she thought forest green was a bad choice. She said that she thinks it's not a flattering color and that she should choose something different and more girly.
Well, that's a bummer. It's not your wedding.
I said no because it's my wedding and it's winter themed, and I thought the color would go perfect with the theme. She suggested pink, blue, even a red. I said no, but thanks for your opinion. She found out my maid of honor's dress was black and asked if she could wear a black one too, and I said no, only my maid of honor is wearing black. I paid for all the dresses.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely not.
Fast forward the wedding day. Everyone's getting their hair and makeup done, and Kat shows up 30 minutes late holding a bag that looked like it had a dress inside of it. I asked, what was this for? And she told me it was for later at the reception if she got uncomfortable and wanted to change after the pictures. I was like, okay, that's okay. So fast forward, we're all getting dressed and walking down the stairs because the ceremony is beginning in 30 minutes and we were going to take some pictures before. Kat is the last person to come down, and she's wearing a black dress. At the time, I was preoccupied taking pictures with my parents, but when my maid of honor came over to me and made me aware of the situation, Oh, but my maid of honor came over and made me aware of the situation. I confronted Kat and asked what was going on. She said she hates the bridesmaid's dress as the color is ugly and it makes her look gross, so she's wearing black. I told her please go back and change. She refused and started walking away from me. I said I'm only going to ask one more time, and if you don't oblige, I'm calling security and kicking her out. Yes. She began yelling at me to fuck off. So I called security and asked them to please escort her out. She started making a big scene, yelling about how I'm such a bitch and that I can't force her to wear anything and I'm a horrible, inconsiderate friend. The wedding went on and it was truly amazing. Ever since the wedding, Kat has been blowing up my phone with texts saying some really nasty things and asking for money back that she spent on the black dress.
Oh,
since it was a waste and she didn't get to wear it. I had to block her number. Some of my other bridesmaids have been giving me some crap, saying it was a little harsh kicking her out, embarrassing her like that, and maybe I should give her the money back. Am I the asshole for kicking her out?
Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. Oh my God. No. She didn't have to pay for the black dress because the green one was already paid for her. The bride bought it for her. Like, no. You know what you're getting into when you are signing up to be a bridesmaid, and if you don't like it, if you hate the dress more than you love your friend, it's not worth being a bridesmaid. Back out.
Yeah.
Please tell me she was voted not the asshole.
Well, I really like to bring this one up because I had a feeling that it was going to hit a string with you here.
Oh my God, absolutely. No, if any of my girls, actually one of my...
Okay, so wait, hold on. If you were the bride, though, and you had a bridesmaid approach you and say that, you know, okay, so say one of your bridesmaids came to you after you gave them the color and stuff like that, and she said, like, you know, can we do some other color? I don't like this color, blah, blah, blah. You guys talk about it and you say no. And then if she says, well, then I don't want to be in the wedding, like, wouldn't that hurt?
It would hurt, but it would hurt less than if she showed up to the wedding, went through everything, got hair and makeup, and then, which, like, someone's got to pay for. If the bride paid for the dresses, I'm wondering if she also paid for hair and makeup.
Yeah,
but like she goes through all that stuff just to not do what the bride asks. The bride has 1 day. 1 day.
Yeah.
1 day. If she said, okay, well then I don't want to be in the wedding, I would have been like, okay, like that like I'm sad about that, but okay. Because you ask people to be your bridesmaids. You don't just say, hey, you are my bridesmaid. I'm expecting you to do X, Y, and Z. You are asked to be a bridesmaid. And when you are asked to be a bridesmaid, you also, when you agree and you know what costs you're going to incur. You know you're expected to be at the shower, the bachelorette. You know you're going to have a dress you're going to have to buy. Hair and makeup sometimes is like something you have to do. Like it's what you expect.
Yeah. Some, you know, everybody said that this person's not the asshole.
Good.
But, you know, some people are saying that she could just return the black dress. But it turns out she claims she took the tags off and now she can't return it.
I don't give two shits. You didn't have to buy it in the first place. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to talk about this anymore. It's a pretty open closed case
and
here.
you know my feelings about weddings and that kind of stuff. Like, you are there for the couple getting married. If you have stronger feelings about whatever it is than you do for the couple, whether it's I really don't want to travel or I don't have the money to travel, or if it's, wow, that dress is really freaking ugly. Even if it's like a bachelor party or a bachelorette party you're invited to and you're like, wow, I would really be miserable to go. If you don't want to go, or if your friendship with the celebrated party is not a good enough reason to go to whatever it is you were invited to, then just don't go. It's that simple.
Yeah, so Funtime Chris 79
Is that you?
No. He replied with a comment, and also he has the tag next to his name that says Pooperintendent. Which is pretty funny. But he said, not the asshole. Holy crap, this is the first time I've read where the bridesmaid went full bridesmaidzilla.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, went on to say that you don't owe her anything.
Absolutely not. You owe her nothing.
But then Sylvan Whisper replied to that comment saying, Bridesmaidzilla? I'd watch that show.
That would be a very interesting show, but I would not want any bride to have to go through that.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do, though. I'm sure a lot of people do.
You okay, Bubba?
Lava's quite rambunctious right now. She's been extremely...
Does she need to tink?
Maybe. That's poor timing, but it's possible.
It is poor timing.
Do you have
anything that I can read and just like go off on? Because I'm sure I do.
Yeah.
Oh. What, you gotta go tink?
Hold on. I might have one for you. Okay. I have one for you. I already read this one, so you read it to everybody.
Oh, okay.
And then I want to hear your opinions when I come back.
Okay. Bubba Daddy's gonna take you tink. I just read the title and I'm already here for it. All right. Go get Daddy. All right, y'all, here we go. Am I the asshole for telling her to get over herself? I'm intrigued. I got a dog 2 years ago, Corgi, and she's very much so my sidekick. I've been with my fiance for 5 years. My fiance doesn't like the dog, but she is currently pregnant and experiencing massive migraines and has been snapping at everything. Oh, I think I've read this one. So every morning when I get up, I find my fiance already awake and at the table relaxing. As soon as I get out of the bed, my dog goes nuts. It's like super energy where she is running sideways, barking up a storm, jumping from the bed to the floor 1,000,000 times causing the apartment to shake because it's old as F. Etc. And I will sit there and sing made up songs to her and just fuck around with her. It's pretty noisy and I can be loud. It's just my way of interacting with my pet. I also have ADHD, so I'm fully aware that I can be ridiculously loud, and sometimes I simply forget to tone it down. My fiance has complained about it a few times, and I will absolutely try to tone it down for a while, but as fucked up as it sounds, the second she stops complaining and it's out of sight, out of mind, I start doing it again. If I catch myself, I apologize immediately, but sometimes I don't even catch myself doing it. So she has been getting up earlier than normal because she says she needs quote unquote peace and quiet away from you and the dog because she can't hear herself think, and when we get up and then she starts getting migraines and being overall pissed off. But now she's complaining because I can sense her not being in the bed anymore, probably after 20 minutes of her being gone and her warmth is no longer there. And then I'm wide awake and the dog senses it, and So she's now getting pissed because she thinks I'm purposely not letting her have space and purposely annoying her with my behaviors. I'm not, truly, but it seems like it, I guess. I've tried just laying in bed for a while so she can relax, but I get stir crazy, and I also don't feel like I should have to stay in bed so she can be alone when I live here too. But she flipped this morning. I felt her sneaking out of bed this morning at 5 a.m. and tiptoe out of the room. I watched her sit at the table with her book. Well, the dog saw me awake and immediately goes ballistic, jumping on the bed, whining, barking, etc. She comes in and says, will you guys calm down so I can have time to myself for once? I just side-eye her because I'm getting pissed at this point with her demands. She says, well, I tell her to get over herself. Just because she's pregnant doesn't mean I have to change who I am or change how the household works or change my dynamic with my dog. She immediately left after telling me to go fuck myself and won't answer my calls. She's been gone for 6 hours. I think I have read that one.
Yeah. I mean, like,
yeah.
The title... The title makes it sound like it's going to be a different story than it is. Just telling her to get over herself. Like, that could be a million different scenarios. The fact that this guy just loves playing with his corgi in the morning.
He just likes his doggo. And so I can't speak to pregnancy hormones. I really can't. I can't speak to, I can speak to migraines, but usually I just nap for those. But, like...
I don't think
I feel like...
what she's asking for is to
What she's asking for isn't too much, but at the same time, it sounds like it's just in the morning. I feel like it's one of, and again, I don't know if they have like a studio apartment or if it's like a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. Because if it's a bedroom, then you could at least like play with the dog in one of the rooms or have her go in one of the rooms. But it makes it sound like it's a studio.
I mean, the thing that I'm thinking about is the fact that she keeps saying that she can't even hear herself think. Like, how loud is this guy playing with his dog?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like his concern, or like, I feel like he should be more concerned.
He should be more
with his fiance or his pregnant fiance's feelings than his want to play with a dog.
So.
Also, like, what happens when they have this baby? Is he going to be waking the baby up every morning when he's playing with his dog?
I feel like he needs to be more considerate of what she's asking. But additionally, I feel like they need to come up with some other solution, because obviously her complaining about it and him rolling his eyes is not fixing it. Get some earplugs. Get some noise canceling headphones. I don't care if it's white noise or like ocean waves or whale sounds or whatever it is that you're listening to, but like,
I have to say, I'm a little jealous of this guy's situation, that he wakes up and his dog just freaks out and gets super excited. When I get up, Lava doesn't even want to get up. She's just like, I want to snuggle still.
She snuggles and then she slaps the bed and says,
give me more pets. Yeah, so, you know, to scroll down to the comments, I'm pretty sure almost everybody says that this guy is the asshole. There
are definitely better ways of dealing with this situation than how he has.
Okay, so Diligent Activity 70, he's an asshole aficionado. He says, do you think this morning routine is going to be helpful once the baby is born?
I mean, it's a valid question.
You were loud every single morning and not caring about the physical distress of a person growing a new human in her body. A new human that I'll assume is also yours. Start working on another way to relate to the dog in the morning that allows other people in the house to have peace. You're the asshole.
Yeah, I
think that
I totally understand wanting to play with your dog. Don't get me wrong. I very much understand that. However,
it's just like, if this, it almost leaves me speechless, because if this is the biggest problem that you guys are having, like, this is stumping you how to solve playing with the dog in the morning and she has a headache, and like, you know, you guys are about to have a child and you can't even solve the problem of, I like playing with my dog in the morning and I want to have some peace in the morning. You're going to have so many way bigger issues in your life than this issue. And the fact that, like, if you can't
figure this out, it's gonna be a long.
You can't figure it out, and then you go to Reddit to, like, you know, realize what you're supposed to do, and it's like, you know,
it's sad.
Yeah, just, I don't know. I think that you need to do a lot of thinking before that kid's born.
All right, you ready for mine?
Sure.
Am I the asshole for getting angry my girlfriend is wasting my power words on her friends?
Wasting my power words
on her friends.
Okay.
It really took me a minute when I was reading. I was like, what? I, 30-year-old male, have been dating my girlfriend, Jean, 21-year-old female, for about a year now. Part of what I love about her most is that she's so supportive of me. I'm stuck in a dead-end job, really unhappy with where I am in life currently, so getting to hear her talk me up and tell me how awesome I'm doing is probably one of the few things that actually gets me through the day. When she tells me I'm great, I call those power words, because knowing someone as hot, successful, and cool as she is thinks I'm doing good really gets me fired up. Recently, we got together with a Zoom meeting with some of our friends. Our one friend, Trish, was mentioning that she was nervous for a driving exam, so Jean was trying to reassure her. Which would be fine, except she used the exact phrasing she uses when she's powering me up. I got really upset and stayed quiet for the rest of the movie. When she asked me what was wrong, I told her the truth. I feel like she shouldn't be wasting my power words on other people. I need them most, and when she says things like, "Oh, I think you're the most incredible guy ever," and then tells her friend that she thinks she's incredible, that's really disheartening. It makes me feel like nothing she says is real. I've got a big project at work coming up soon, and now I can't get hyped because I know whatever she tells me is meaningless. I've really hurt her feelings by saying her platitudes were meaningless, but I just feel betrayed. Am I the asshole?
This is amazing. So this guy, oh my gosh, like this is another one that just like leaves me speechless. It's like, I mean, okay, let me think of it from his point of view. I guess what he's saying is like these, her saying like, "Oh, you're incredible," makes him feel good, and then I guess like, her saying that to somebody else kind of takes away from it a little bit. Maybe.
But like he's like taking it completely, like he's saying it completely the other end now. It used to be so awesome, and now it's just absolutely meaningless.
Yeah. I mean,
like
this guy needs to go see a therapist. I think this guy needs to see a therapist, and
that's just, it's baffling to me that
it sounds like he's extremely depressed, and this girlfriend, calling him awesome is the only thing getting him through the day. Well, you know what? One day.
You're gonna have to figure something else out, buddy.
One day, that most likely after this conversation, she's gonna break up with you, and you're not gonna have any of those awesome words anymore, or power words. Power words. So yeah, please seek help. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
I'm gonna be honest. So, when you said he sounds like super depressed and one of these days she's going to break up if that's the only thing getting you through the day, and I was like thinking back, like I have absolutely talked to guys, and I actually think like low key he reminds me of like my first boyfriend, like my really crazy ex. That would be like, "Oh, everything sucks. This is horrible. I absolutely hate my life. But like, you're just this one awesome, cool, incredible, smart, sexy, pick any adjective in the book. And like, you're the only thing that gets me through the day," or like whatever. And like, it's very manipulative.
I was going to say,
like, everything sucks. You're the only thing. And then
I think it's a way of keeping some or acquiring more attention from like a spouse or something. I don't know if he genuinely feels like he hates most things about his life, but I think if he uses that attitude with the person that he's dating or potential people that he could be dating, it kind of brings out like, like I could see you being somebody who's been like, "Oh no, like you're doing great," and he likes that attention, like to
yeah,
that's what he's seeking the whole time.
He wants attention. Yeah,
he's bashing on himself to try and get you to talk him up is what he's doing.
He's fishing.
Yeah, it's kind of like an ego thing.
Yeah,
it seems
like fishing for compliments. And
yeah,
like, yeah, it's kind of like that. Only it's. Yeah, so that's what when you said that, it kind of like triggered something in me, and that's what it sounds like this guy is. So yes, please seek help.
Either way, yeah, he should really talk it out with somebody, because
preferably a third party.
Yeah, well,
like I'm not saying that's not something you should talk out with your partner, but it's definitely something you need to learn on your own before pulling a large part of your life.
And also like just find another job, right? Like he's like, "Oh, I'm working this dead end job and stuff." If you have the ability to seek for other jobs and you're just stuck in this dead end job and you don't want to move because you don't feel like it, or you don't feel like doing interviews or something, well, then you put yourself there.
Yeah.
The only, like, if you're stuck in a dead end job and you can't get another job, then like that sucks. Yeah, that's a crappy situation. But if you're really, really unhappy with your job and there are other opportunities available, but you're afraid to go for it because of whatever reason, it's like, you gotta put your mental health before your job, because I can tell you the dead end job, that whatever company it is, doesn't give a crap about you. So
nope, they don't.
That's my advice. My advice is, seek therapist and switch jobs.
All right.
And it sounds like your girlfriend's kind of cool because she talks other people up and gets them pumped up for things.
Yeah, she sounds awesome. I'm going to be her friend.
Don't be killing that vibe, brother.
Don't do it. All right.
I think you were right about Lava having to pee, though. That was a good call because she, ran right out and peed.
That's literally exactly what happened right before she peed in the library.
So it's like she gets super rambunctious and then she goes for a squat.
Yeah, I think that's her way of saying, like, hey, pay attention to me. I got something to do.
Got it.
I think. Don't quote me on it, but...
Do you have something else, or do you want me to go for one?
No, you go ahead. I'm going through because I've, slowly saved them, and so I'm trying to, go through and make sure I'm not...
All right, this one's a weird one, and the only reason I picked this was because it... Did I tell you this about the bidet thing? I don't know if I was going to use it.
You had mentioned it.
All right.
But you had mentioned it in passing.
Well, was it last episode? No, it was 2 episodes ago that we talked about the bidet, right? It was the coffee talk, I think, right?
Yes.
Right, because we had that little conversation about it. Anyway, I thought that this story is super weird.
I'm very intrigued to hear it.
All right, this is an Am I the Asshole post by Normal Suggestion 276. Am I the asshole for forcing my son to use a bidet and threatening to talk to his friends or take him to the doctor about his underwear? Let's just let that soak in for a second.
Let that simmer.
Yeah, so he's saying there's one path. He's saying that he wants to force his son to use a bidet.
How old is the son? I mean,
14.
I'm no matter what, to force someone to do something, I'm not here for it.
Probably not cool, but, and then the other part of what he's saying is he's either going to talk to his friends, which that seems like a super childish thing to do.
That also seems manipulative.
Or he's going to take him to the doctor about his underwear. Now let's find out what's going on here.
I'm very lost, but very intrigued.
Okay. For some reason, my 14-year-old son cannot wipe properly. This has never been a concern to me, as his mom always did the laundry. Unfortunately, she is sick right now, so I have taken over the household chores that she used to handle. My son is still responsible for his, and I do mine as well as hers. Household chores. Okay. First day I did laundry, I gagged and almost puked from his underwear. If he were 3 and not fully potty trained, I might understand how they ended up like this. But he is a healthy young man. He should not be leaving his ass this unwiped.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I talked to him about it, and he said he would make an effort to do a better job. Nope. No change in the situation. So I went to the hardware store and installed a wand bidet in the bathroom he uses. We already have one in ours. By the way, a wand bidet? Literally, it's a shower handle that you gotta go... Have you ever seen a wand bidet? It's literally a shower handle that you gotta, spray your ass with. I mean...
No.
Just get a normal bidet.
No.
They're not expensive.
Oh
A normal toilet seat bidet, not expensive, and you don't have to be whipping a handle around trying to spray your asshole. All right.
That is true power washing your asshole. You got the wand and everything.
It's like those sidewalk videos you see on Instagram. All right. All right. Calm down. Calm down. All right. All right. Yeah, so he went to the hardware store, installed a wand bidet in the bathroom he uses. We already have one in ours. I told him that he has the choice of either using the bidet or washing his own underwear. He doesn't know how to use the washing machine, and he refuses to do them by hand. The dad literally said, well, wash them by hand then. Just wait. It gets better.
I'm here. I'm back. Let's go.
He started going commando. Which just meant the problem was now in his jeans.
Is this kid getting like wedgies every damn day?
So I said that we might need to take him to a doctor to see what is wrong with him. If it's physical or physiological. I also said that next time his friends were over, I was going to ask them if they left their underwear in the same condition. I would, and then all in caps, I would never actually embarrass him like that.
I would hope not.
So he was just using it kind of as an empty
like
threat, but like, still that's kind of mentally abusive, yeah. But anyway, I think seeing a doctor and the bidet thing, valid attempts. You know, telling him that you're going to tell his friends, do your friends leave their underwear this shitty? Anyway, he said I was being an asshole, and he called his mom to tell her what I was doing. She said that he was just like that, and I could deal with it until she was better. I don't think that's a great plan. If this kid never learns to wipe his ass, he will be he spelled all this wrong. He will be bereft of a sexual partner without a poop fetish. I'm not kink shaming him if that's his thing. He has started using the bidet, but he says that it is gross and weird. I said it was grosser and weirder for a 14-year-old to crap his pants every day. We were both stressed about his mom, but the situation isn't because of her. I asked her. So that's it. That's all he gave us. What a whirlwind.
Oh, man. That was an adventure from start to finish.
This 14-year-old, I question his intelligence a little bit. Like, his dad's like, yo, you gotta stop crapping in your underwear. And then he's just like, I know the solution. I'm just not going to wear underwear. And, like, that's totally going to solve the problem.
Oh, my God.
Now, you're right, though. Like, I feel like in jeans, like, you know, even if you didn't wipe.
Like, you got explosive diarrhea or something? Like, how, like...
I'm thinking that this kid has to have some blowouts or something,
so,
because like it seems like he never has a clean cut.
I do want to preface this by saying we are going off the assumption that he is a healthy teenage boy with no GI issues that actually need to be addressed.
He said he's a perfectly healthy young man. So I'm gonna use that assumption.
I was gonna say if this is like a physiological like issue where he has like a like issue with his GI system, I hope he gets the help he needs. But bruh, like not even just like skid marks. Like it sounds like
I'm honestly wondering, is this made up? I mean, so many people are commenting helpful advice on it, but to me, it's just like, it seems a little ridiculous. One, the mom pushing it off just seems not right to me.
It doesn't, but honestly, the amount of people that baby their kids.
I was going to say, like, she knew that this was happening, and she's just totally cool with it.
How old were you when you learned how to do laundry?
I never did laundry. I never did laundry at home. My mom always did it. I knew how to do it, but like I never did it. So like when I was in college is like when I started doing my own laundry. And even sometimes I would bring my laundry home when I would go to my parents' house.
So when growing up, we would always help my dad with laundry. Now my dad would always start the laundry. We'd always Sunday morning, we'd bring all of our clothes, dirty clothes out into the hallway. We had 3 hampers, lights, darks, towels. Before church, we'd take it downstairs. Dad would start a load of laundry. When we got home from church, after we did our grocery shopping and everything, it was always, hey, go down and switch the laundry. So if we had to throw towels in or whatever, we'd switch all the laundry. Sunday was our big laundry day. So we all knew how to use the washing machine. So it like hearing that he's 14-year-old and he's like, I don't know how to use the washing machine. And the dad's first response, like, it's not like, cool, I'll teach you.
I love it. He's like, wash those things by hand then.
Like, I can't. I don't know. I can't.
Texas justice.
Oh my God. And then he went commando and it was on the inside of his jeans. Like,
well, that's what I was
how
saying.
is that not
like,
comfortable?
Like, I feel like I would really have to have a bathroom situation in order for me. Like, I feel like on most days, I could not wipe and still, like, probably not get a lot on my jeans, right? Like,
Are you talking about if you're going commando or?
yeah, but I'm saying that, like, you know, literally, unless you had some explosive situations, you would literally have to get your jeans in your ass crack. As a guy, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I don't
my
know.
jeans sit on the outside of my butt, so unless I'm spraying on the, you know, like hitting the bowl, shooting back up, hitting me in the cheeks, I don't see how that's happening. Maybe, you know, a tiny little bit, you know, I don't know, like maybe, you know, you sit down, it wedges up in your butt a little bit, whatever, but it sounds like this kid is literally crapping his pants.
It does. You know what he should have done instead of saying, "Oh, you're gonna have to do this by hand." Like, I'm just be like, I'm not washing these anymore. We're just gonna get you adult diapers, and that's what you're gonna be wearing.
Yeah,
until your mother is better.
So everybody pretty much is saying, you know, you're not the asshole in this situation.
I don't know. I think I would consider him an asshole solely for like that empty threat of talking to his friends. Like, that's a bit of a dick move.
I think that is. But, you know, most people are, I think the point that his wife was just like, like, just push it off till later. A lot of people are telling him that he's not the asshole because it's not healthy for your 14-year-old to have this problem and let it just go.
Like,
so,
that's totally fair. I think the way,
but I think people are skipping over that whole part about him trying to tell his friends or threatening to tell his friends.
I think his methods were very asshole-ish. I do understand the concern, and I do agree that it does need to be addressed. The way he was planning on going about it, whether they were empty threats or not, I think is very inappropriate.
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
Yeah, so I didn't see anything severe skid marks. That's what he said. Anyway. All right. That's it for that one for me.
All right.
So just to let you know, we are just about hitting like 55 minutes. The time flew by.
I have one more. It's not very long. I just think, like...
Okay, so let's do that one.
I was going to say, I just got one more and we'll finish it off with this. And the title is just Advice and Clarity Needed.
Okay.
This is from the Reddit thread Relationship Advice. My long-distance relationship boyfriend is staying at my place and has apparently been telling his mom that I starve him. His mom was noticeably upset when he told her, understandable, but I'm fairly sure he's exaggerating so many things. I've been so busy at work, especially with my new role in the company. I've only been in this role for about 2 weeks, and it's been tough for even me to make a midday meal during this adjustment period. I understand that I'm a host, and of course he should be eating, and I shouldn't be letting him starve with me, but I genuinely am not purposely doing that to him. I literally just happened It literally just happened once. And by the way he retold the story to me, his mom believes I'm purposely starving him since he's been here for the past week. I feel upset that, one, he's not being more open-minded, that I'm literally adjusting to a new role and I'm not purposely trying to not make him lunch. Two, he literally can make lunch himself, especially during the day when he had a day off. Three, we went to Costco and Target after work so he could get snacks if he does happen to get hungry while I'm busy as fuck. And four, his housewife mom cooks lunch for him every day while he works, so of course it's wonderful to know he has the luxury of that while my whole family is working / he doesn't like my grandma's cooking. P.S. During his work calls, he tells his whole company how cold it is at my house, which is understand. It's an old house. And he literally said, why don't you just fix the heat? Like, I'm pretty sure my parents thought of that, but outweighed the ridiculous cost of gutting our whole house's heating system.
So there was a lot of times where I got confused there because she said that they were staying at her house.
So
and now it turns out it's her parents' house.
So it sounds like...
And her grandmother lives there too?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like her family and her grandma and her, they all live there.
Yeah.
Her long-distance boyfriend is staying with her for like a week plus. They both work from home. That's what it sounds like. Unless she comes home for lunch every day.
I got a what is it, a tooth to pick or something? I got beef with that.
A bone to pick?
Bone to pick. Perfect.
You're struggling with idioms today.
I know.
Hang them out to dry.
I feel so stupid too. But all right. Yeah. I got some beef with that though, because people don't realize that when you're working from home,
you're still working.
You're still working. So, she shouldn't be like, she's working from home. She shouldn't have to be making him lunch. She's at work for the whole day. So, like...
And mind you, she has only made herself lunch once during this week. Because she's been, like, trying to, like, adjust to her new role and everything, like...
Reevaluate your life choices here. I mean, you're, like... This guy sounds so immature. Like, the red flags are flying out.
They are.
Every which direction.
Red flag. Did you hear them? They're exploding against the microphone.
Yeah. I don't think you'll go a full episode without punching the mic.
I think I might if I am in a straitjacket.
Yeah. But no.
We'll have to test that out.
This is just red flag central here.
Like,
very immature.
He's telling his mom that you're starving him because you choose to, while you're working, not stop your entire day to go make this grown-ass man a sandwich.
Just put on a hoodie. You're cold? Put on a hoodie. Like, it's not a big deal.
I was like, how is that going to help with lunch?
Oh, no. Lunch, like, make your own damn lunch or go out and buy it. I mean, you're...
Grubhub.
Yeah, it's like you're working.
You literally don't even have to leave.
You're not paying to stay there. It's like, just go out and get a Subway sandwich.
And you're complaining because you don't like grandma's cooking, but you want your girlfriend to make you feel like, no.
Yeah, it's just.
No.
I get the, like, him telling his mom, exaggerating to his mom. I don't know. Sometimes people use their parents to vent.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Like, I get it. She may have heard that, and, like, the mom... Well, it sounds like the mom is upset about it, but, like, I feel like if I say something to my mom that is exaggerated, she probably, like, she realizes that I'm exaggerating just to vent.
Yeah.
But
and sometimes your mom is one that would, like, call you on it if you were like, no, but really, and she's like,
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I think that maybe it's time to end this long distance relationship.
Yeah,
it just sounds like
if he is expecting you to stop working to make him a sandwich, there's your sign. No. No. Don't do it.
It just sounds like he's not mature enough yet.
No.
She's at a different point in her life. This guy, he's just like, if things aren't perfect, he's not willing to go change things to make it work. Like, okay, you're cold. Well, how can you solve this? You put a hoodie on.
Yeah.
You know, you're visiting somebody's house. If I go to your parents' house and I think it's cold, I put a hoodie on and I don't say, "Oh, why don't you turn the heat up?"
That is true. That's what I say. Because it's my parents' house.
Yeah, but still, I'm just saying.
Say,
like,
Dad, I'm tired of having to wear 3 layers of socks.
It's not a difficult problem, and
No.
he's bitching about it. So like
It's
just
stupid.
you're hungry, and you don't like her grandmother's cooking. Okay, well you could either suck it up and eat the food that she makes you, or go out and get some. This person was voted the asshole, right? I mean,
well, it's relationship advice.
Oh well,
but they're both 23. Just to put it in perspective, like, grown-ass adult. Make yourself a PB&J, sir.
Yeah. It's just like,
I don't know.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's going to work. That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah. No, are you kidding? I'm pretty sure if you told your mom that I was, like, starving you because I didn't make you lunch, your mom would have been like, "Oh, I'm sorry. She was probably busy doing grocery shopping and doing laundry and, like, doing everything else." Like, man, I don't know.
I do have some other good ones, though, but I will save them for next time. I want to read you the title of this one. I'll hold it till next time. We'll have to do one of these real soon again.
Yeah, though. We'll have to do another one of these soon. These are fun. I enjoy doing these. Just 'cause
I know we could do a lot more of these.
I very much enjoy these.
I think we will. You know, let us know what you think.
Yeah, if you're a fan, if you find any Am I the Assholes or relationship advice or just absolutely like drama-filled junk as you're scrolling through any of your social media feeds, send them in to us.
We'd love to talk about them.
Love them, and we'll shout you out on the pod too.
Yeah.
So if you find anything like that, you want to drop in, say hi, send us pictures of your pets, anything like that, send us the next set of winning lottery numbers. You can send them on over to diariesofaworkingcouple@gmail.com or slide into our DMs on Instagram at diariesofaworkingcouple. Just know that we love you guys. And when this is coming out, we will probably be recovering from Vegas.
Indeed.
So, also, I was going to say, also let us know what to do in Vegas, but we'll be recovering at this point, so not
okay.
even
We're
gonna
probably
matter.
a lot more poor, and
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Last time we did it on a budget. This time we're still doing it on a budget, but just, like, not as much of a budget. We actually have a hotel on the Strip this time.
I know. We don't have to walk to the Strip. It's amazing. Hotwire sucks. Don't use it. That's my advice.
Hotwire doesn't, like, suck, but, like, they got a lot of, like, asterisks.
Yeah, they got some false advertising going on their site.
So just stick with what they don't do the hot deals.
Yeah. Or realize that a dash also means
in the area of.
Or. The dash means or. If it says on the Strip dash,
Harmon
blank Ave or whatever, then, just know you're going to get screwed with a hotel off the Strip.
Yeah. It was not.
Hotwire owes me $20.
Yeah. We'll have to get into that next time.
Yeah. Anyway, we will talk to you in another week.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, guys. I figured out my words now. Bye, guys.
See ya.